Hi, viewers, and welcome to our Reality View podcast today, Sunday, 9th March 2025. And today we are looking at the influence of politics in our entertainment industry. Well, as we all know, entertainment industry, and there is so much hate around. So today we are looking into that and also throwing light on our Hunt release and also probably looking at Ambassador Caldinero as an entertainment ambassador. But today with me in the studio, I have the beautiful and wonderful Christo. You look so beautiful and amazing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you. And thanks for having me on the show.
So I don't want to make you rest because we don't keep with as them. Please, guys, share the live and make sure say it reach far and wide as we dey go. All right, Christo, firstly, before I delve into the issue why we are here, which is the influence of the influence of politics in our entertainment industry, let's know who is Christo.
Okay, my name is Christiana, and obviously I was born in Sierra Leone, Kenema, and I came to Australia a couple of years ago. And obviously I'm a mom, and I have a beautiful son. And also, I work full time. Everyone knows that I'm very hardworking, and also I'm very proud of where I came from, which is Sierra Leone. And also, obviously, I'm proud of where I am today, being in Australia with a lot of opportunity. And also, I love supporting, my Sierra Leone, entertainers. Because at the end of the day, before you are able to support anyone, out of your league, you have to be able to support, Ting. For me, that is love, It's okay to, share love, out of your own league. But at the same time, it is also okay to share love like within. So this is the type of person that I am. I love to support, my people. And also I stand up for the truth, regardless, whether you are my sister, or we came from the same, family. If I have to, say the truth, I'll say it in front of your face, It might hurt, but that's what I believe in. And that is me.
There is no problem in believing in yourself and put yourself first because that's all it's about when it talks about self-care and all. You have to put yourself first, believing in yourself, and that builds self-confidence.
Sure.
So welcome once more.
Thanks.
So now let's delve into the situation. A few days back, I saw you lambasting on social media, posting what's been going on, the hypocrisy playing around the entertainment industry, and now people are misconstruing situation around artists like Caldinero.
Yep.
And LJ and all.
Yep.
And even our own issue. First, tell us what prompts you to delve into that.
To be honest, usually don't come on social media. I used to be like that before, but because of a lot of reasons, I've actually stopped, coming on social media and just venting in my opinion. But you know what I mean? For the past couple of months, I've actually been sitting there just, watching what is actually unfolding on the Sierra Leone, social media. And, I just had enough of it. I'm like, you know what? It's time, for me to start speaking up again. There's so much hypocrisy, bias, you know what I mean? So for me, it was about time, to speak up. That is actually what led me for me to come on social media and just speak up.
All right. So I know you are a fan of Caldinero.
Yes,
but we are not here to promote him. So we're looking into issues. Let me ask you this first question.
Yeah.
So your concern was the way people are taking the issues, and you don't think it's the right way because they've most of them are being biased. So in what ways do you think the fans support or hinder the growth of the entertainment sector in Sierra Leone due to their political belief?
Back in the days, right, wherein we have Cayman, we have CJ, and obviously Caldinero as well, People used to, support, these artists, genuinely. By them, it has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with, personal, grudges or stuff. But what I see nowadays and what I've actually hindered, the entertainment industry in Sierra Leone is the fact that people actually support nowadays based on, For example, political, you know what I mean, affiliations. And it doesn't have to be like that, right? If an artist is good, support, you know what I mean, support that artist. I mean, that artist doesn't have to be, you know what I mean, a part of your party or, you know what I mean, in your entourage for you to support, you know what I mean, that artist. So for me, these are the type of things that have actually hindered, you know what I mean, of the entertainment industry in Sierra Leone.
All right. So you think people are not doing the right thing by being bias free, but instead they've been hypocritical?
Definitely, we can see that.
All right. So are there any successful examples of artists using their platforms? You know, when it comes to social media, it plays a great role, and artists have the voice to change things. But do you think there has been any successful artists using their platform to advocate for political change in Sierra Leone, or using it to gaslight or provoke the situation that, you know, will divide the mindset of their fans?
Okay, when it comes to that question, there's actually two, you know what I mean, side of that question. So I'll start with the first one. If there has been like any artists, you know what I mean, from the entertainment industry that have, you know, used their platform, you know what I mean, to advocate for, you know what I mean, good governance, you know, and stuff like that. I would say yes, there has been, you know, artists who have actually used their platform to advocate and promote, you know, good governance, in Sierra Leone. And one of those artists is the late Betua, right? Mm-hmm. So he's one of the artists that actually used their platform to promote, you know what I mean, peace in Sierra Leone, and also to advocate for good governance in Sierra Leone. And also another artist that I'll call is Emerson, right? So I remember like during the SLPP, the previous, not the current one, right? During Parkaba's, you know, administration. So obviously Emerson, you know, actually did a lot of songs, which actually play a role in getting, you know, the previous SLPP out of, you know what I mean, power. So these are the guys that I would say, you know, have actually used their platform in the entertainment industry to, you know, advocate for good governance, peace, and just, you know, cohesion in the country.
All right. So mentioning Emerson, that takes my mind back. A lot of fans, especially opposition supporters, I'll make it clear, supporters of the APC, have been like calling him out, stating he has been quiet over the past year since the SLPP came to power. I know you're not here for politics, but do you think the quietness or the silence of Emerson is helping at this point?
Well, you know, what I would say in regards to that question is people, you know, obviously go through some, you know, phase in their lives. So I don't know, maybe Emerson, you know, have decided that this is not, you know what I mean? Or maybe he has decided that, okay, you know what I mean? Out of, you know what I mean? This type of music, I don't want to do this type of music anymore. Maybe that is the reason why he's not doing, you know, what he used to do. That is my answer.
Okay, so let's look at the other aspect of the issue that is happening, you know, like how do entertainers in Sierra Leone navigate the balance between political expression and the risk of associated with it? Say, for example, LJ will come out now and say, I'm red, and all his fans will follow him. Cardinero came out, he said, I'm green. Like most of his fans follow his suit, and others, though they don't like what he's like, his political, you know, like what he's supporting politically, but they are still supporting him. But what is the risk of doing that as an artist? Coming publicly to announce your political party or political choices?
You know, what I'll say here is we're all Sierra Leoneans and we all have, you know, the fundamental rights, you know, to support, you know, any political party of our choice, right? So in saying that, the risks, you know what I mean, that comes with that is, for example, during the previous, you know, APC administration, right? Had Collabo, who was
the president for All Stars.
For All Stars, okay. And during, you know, that administration, right, we had people like, you know, is it Innocent?
Yeah, Innocent was also openly supporting the
APC, right? And also we had this other guy, is it Reggae Spice, right?
Yeah.
Rather Spice. Okay. Yes. And also, these are just few that I can remember, right? But obviously we had, a lot of, artists who actually, were supporting the, APC government.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, like I always say, there is nothing wrong with, supporting a political party of your choice because it is our right. Right. And same goes as, like when you come to the current administration, which is the SLPP, right? Wherein we have the, entertainment ambassador who is Caldinero, right? And we also have Rap G,
Yeah.
right? Who publicly, you know what I mean, support, the SLPP.
And even Stazio.
And Stazzy, and also Famous, right? King Melody, you know what I mean? And there are more. So for me, the risky part of that is how, you know what I mean, the masses of Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, actually view that in their own, you know what I mean, way. Because for me, I will not have an issue with any of those artists, that support the APC government, right? Because it is their choice. And same as, I will not have any issue with, you know what I mean, any artists that choose to support the SLPP government because it is their choice to do so. The risky part of that is, with every government that is in power, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, now, like for example, you see LJ. Obviously, he publicly declared for, APC back in 2017, I can remember, right? And when you look at the current, you know what I mean, trending in Sierra Leone, people will view him, as an APC. And because of that, you know what I mean, he will not get the support from, you know what I mean, some certain people that he should, you know what I mean, get from them. And same as, let me say Cal, right? Just because he declared, you know what I mean, to support SLPP, obviously, he will not get the support, you know what I mean, that he should be getting just because he declared, you know what I mean, to support the SLPP government. And it doesn't have to be like that, right? Because even in Australia here, right? You might be belonging to a different party. I might be belonging to a different party, you know what I mean, political party. But does that mean that I'm going to hate you for that? Does that mean that if you have something for me to support you, does that mean that I will not come on board to support you?
But we are just like ordinary. I don't want to say ordinary people. We are commoners. We are not like celebrities. And celebrities make statements. So whatever decision they take is like they're making a statement.
Yeah.
So for example, the last election in America, there were a lot of artists endorsing Kamala Harris for Democrat, for the Democrat Party. And you have few of the other artists on the other side, Republicans endorsing President Trump. And there were a lot of issues, even with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was at the inauguration with Nelly performing on the day they did the inauguration ceremony for Donald Trump. And then there were a lot of black people having issues with Snoop Dogg and Nelly. They call them names. In fact, Snoop Dogg lost a lot of followers on Instagram because of that. So do you think artists should be involving in politics? Openly, because they will vote. Everybody has the right to vote and be voted for as long as you are a citizen of the country. But do you think they should be openly announcing their political choice?
With my honest opinion, yes, because we all have the right to, you know what I mean, support any political party of our choice. Yes.
All right.
That's you being honest, you know what I mean, with yourself.
All right. Her name is Christo, and she's with me today in the studio, and we're talking about the influence of politics into our entertainment industry and how it has been hindering the progress or growth of the sector. I'm still with Christo. You can comment on the comment section, send your questions, and I can forward it to her as well, so you can be part of it, but also help us to share this far and wide. Christo is my first guest, so we're learning. Tell me also how I could improve the studio, the mic, and the video setting and all, and then we can move on from that. Christo, I have a lot of questions for you. I know you're not a politician, but I know you like politics. I prepared for you. All right, so let's say, for instance, Caldinero is one of the artists that has faced persistent bullying when it comes to fans attacking him for being who he is, and the political parties interacting to attaching himself to. The mindset of the fans in Sierra Leone, it's different. If you are not with me, I'm not with you, and you are my enemy. Looking at this, do you think Cardinero should continue to speak up or keep quiet? Because most times, apart from politics, Cardinero is one artist who will just come out and say things whenever he's been attacked or someone call him out. For example, they call out Cow in some way sing, fine, the lyrics are not good. He will come out and bash the person directly after they call your name. So it's like that hip hopper who likes to beef and clear the beef. But for many people, they said he talks too much. As an ambassador for entertainment, he should be the one leading, and sometimes just keep quiet and let it go. Do you think it should be letting things go or continue to speak up?
When it comes to, things like that, right? We are all different. And when it comes to people's emotion, right? We are all different in handling, when it comes to our emotions. There's this saying, you know what I mean, that goes in our Creole, right, language. They say, one bangles, 90 shake, right? That, I know if
Now two bangles they shake.
Bangles.
You will get one, you go make noise. So
okay, that two bangles they shake, right? So in saying that, right? Do I blame him for constantly speaking up? I don't, right? Because sometimes, you know what I mean, when you had enough, the same thing, you actually react, to it. But in saying that, right, my advice or what I would say, to Cal, you know what I mean, is especially, him being the entertainment, ambassador. I mean, that's on higher, you know what I mean, a higher level, right? When you have that sort of a title, you don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to engage in a lot of things. You don't have to engage with some certain people, right? Because, I mean, you are all the way up there. I mean, you are the ambassador, you know what I mean, for entertainment.
Yeah.
Right? But like I said again, right? Sometimes it's good to speak up. Sometimes, again, it's good to just let things, you know what I mean, go. So, in that instance, I'll say, to the king of, Sierra Leone music, the king of, hip hop, Sierra Leone, and the king of rap Africa, Cardinero.
Why do you think Cow is the king? I know you're a Black Leo fan, and I know you like a lot of things about him, but could you mention the attributes of Cow that attach you to him? Because it's difficult to see a lady supporting hip hop artists.
Okay, so for me, the reason, I've got so many reasons, but I'll give you one. One of the reasons why I like, Cardinero is his resilience, right? How have, you know what I mean, endured a lot of challenges in the, Sierra Leone entertainment industry. Coming from beefing, you know what I mean, with other artists, you know what I mean, and also political, you know what I mean, beefing as well. But in the midst of all of that, right, he is very consistent with what he is doing, and that is his craft, right? He still continues to push forward, right? And he's been in this game for more than 2 decades, right? And he has not changed for once. He's still, on top of the game. Yes. Right? So this is one of the reasons why I really like him. Because to be honest, to survive in a country like Sierra Leone, especially with social media, and all of that, it is not an easy, you know what I mean, thing. It is not easy. But for him, as we all can see, right? He's been through all of that and still, going through it. But at the same time, he is very consistent with his craft and nothing have changed at all.
All right.
So that's why I like him.
Okay, so there is a lot of things you like about him. Can you summarize that for LJ?
Summarize that for LJ.
What do you think about LJ? The competition between him and Cow, is it healthy for the industry?
Obviously, it is not healthy for the industry because it has affected, a lot of, let me say, positive things that should have been happening in the industry. But because of the beefing, you know what I mean, that has actually caused a lot of negative impact in the Sierra Leone, entertainment industry. Obviously, it is not good.
Is there any similarities between the two?
Any similarity between the
LJ. Because for me, they are the biggest music stars in the country. Yeah, we have Famous, who is a very good singer. We have Mahmoud with us now in Australia.
Definitely.
Many artists like the LXG brand and all those guys are there. But when it comes to fan base, no artists come closer. Before it was came out with the women.
Yeah.
But LJ and Caldinero have like followers and fans who love them for what they do, and they have the highest number of people in their fan bases. So, is there any similarities in terms of their music, their style?
If I'm gonna be honest with myself, there is no similarity when it comes to their music. You know what I mean? And even the style as well. There is no similarity. But obviously, like you said, you know what I mean? Loyal and proud, Caldinero fan, and obviously Black Leo, right? LA, what?
I'm laughing at Maggie Tumbo. Mrs. Toure, go sleep.
Obviously, LA, is a public figure in Sierra Leone, right? He's a big artist as well, right? He's got his own style of music, which a lot of, Sierra Leoneans, like, and support him as well.
Yeah.
And we have Kao as well, yeah, who is very big in his game.
Yeah.
And he's got his own style of hip hop, and his own style, you know what I mean, of doing things as well. So for me, I'll say there's no similarity. Yeah, that I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is no similarities because when you look at for me, I think Kao is doing that kind of like hardcore
hip hop.
Yeah, and LJ, its music is more danceable.
Yeah,
because you can play it anywhere. All right, so we keep going, and like I said, you can ask questions. And thanks to those watching on Facebook, and keep sharing for us. Matuka Sim or police, and all ladies and men watching now. Let's go to our next question, which is very important. Do you think the criticism on Caldinero is constructive, or it's all about hatredness due to his political choice?
For me, if I'm going to be honest with myself, like I said, I always believe in honesty, and speaking the truth. The criticism, it's not been constructive, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with political, biasness.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with personal grudges, you know what I mean, from people within the entertainment, industry.
Yeah.
And it's very, unfair for, Kao to be, subjected for Kao to be subjected to such, you know what I mean? I don't know if it is right for me to say he's being bullied, you know what I mean? I don't know whether it's right for me to say, but for me, that's how I view it. It's like he's been bullied, like on a constant, basis.
Why do you think he's been bullied?
Why do I think he's been bullied? Say, obviously, we go back to, you know what I mean, politics in our country. I remember back in the days, wherein we didn't really have much of, you know what I mean, politics in the Sierra Leone, entertainment industry. During those days, social media, you know what I mean, was not that accessible, as it is right now. We didn't see that much of, you know what I mean, hate, you know what I mean, on social media compared to now. And the reason why I think, you know what I mean, Kao is, you know what I mean, being subjected to such, criticism and hate is because of his political, affiliation with the SLPP. Yeah.
So does that mean anyone who supports SLPP, it's been under pressure?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. That's coming from Christo.
I'm going to be honest,
Okay, let's look at
same for APC as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's vice versa. Because when I was in Kisi, like I'm a Kisi born girl, and Innocent, when he declared his support for APC in 2007, I was there. I was a DJ. Like we always behind the money making machine brand supporting him. Like we almost neighbors. He went away a lot at that time. Innocent, we go to clubs and people will attack him, call him names and all, throw stones at his vehicle because of his political affiliation. So for me, I believe people should have the right to support whoever they want to support. Because no matter what you do, even if the person hide the truth in the public, when they go to the ballot box, they have a choice to make.
The thing is, right, we all don't have to be in the same box, right? We all don't have to be. I mean, you have the right to support a political party of your choice. Same as I have the right, to support a political party of my choice because it is, our right. So I don't think it's fair, you know what I mean, for individuals to be hating on, each other because, oh, you are supporting, or, because I'm supporting party B, you know what I mean? It's unfair.
Okay, let me just shout out our viewers. Shout out to Marcia in Melbourne and Wistin Oku. Thanks for watching for the camera of Paramata and Cape Verde. Mayama Khadija, Fona, mi ex in Mama, and Gabi of Sky Lounge. Usman Sisse, that's na my own boyfriend Trade. Tolopi. And Afiz all the way in America and Princess Hamza Silla. Una thank you for watching. Una share for the live and make more people can watch. And you also get the opportunity for ask questions. Abubakar Kama, waiting the happen now. Yeah, where we talk about politics and entertainment industry. I got call you back Bakale. He said, talk about politics and sports. As we see, politics don't affect every aspect of we life na Salone, all walks of life. So we need for speak up. If we keep quiet, our generation this, if we not make our picking, then we can solve. So we know where we make our molest. Sometimes one day they can make them, they will come after we. But at least we will go now the record say will be speak up. Yeah. So able for share the live and please tell me Usaya for improving at the studio they are going for. So let me talk now about social media itself. How has social media influence political discussion within the Sierra Leone entertainment community?
That's way above me. I'm not going to. When it comes to that aspect, there's actually two ways. So the social media obviously have a negative and also a positive, influence on social media. When it comes to our, Sierra Leonean, entertainment. Let me start with one. The negative side, is back in the days, like people didn't really have access to like social media and stuff. But nowadays, even the little kid, in the village obviously have access, to social media. And, people can just, post and, obviously rant, about, certain things.
And you know what? Sierra Leoneans are addicted to fake news.
Yes.
So fake news go
so most of the time, like people don't really they don't even have like the accurate news or neither information when it comes to like certain entertainers in Sierra Leone. But yet they'll go on the media and started like spreading those fake news and stuff like that. So obviously that is a very negative impact when it comes to social media and how it influences, the entertainment, industry. The positive side of that is, nowadays, with access, of social media, our entertainment industry, has a lot of positive things that's been going on. Like, for example, when we have artists in Sierra Leone have their concert, we can see that it's shared all over social media. And obviously for people like myself, and you, we are here in Australia, we don't have that opportunity to be present, over there to attend, those concerts and stuff like that. But at the same time, we can be here and watch, those concerts on live or, neither, on posting, on social media. So for me, there is two ways. We have, the negative, aspect and also the positive aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Abubakar Kamara Nadal is saying, the Sierra Leonean who are living in Sierra Leone are afraid to stand up for their rights.
It is sad, you know what I mean? And again, let me say something when it comes to that, right? In Sierra Leone, what the current, president did that was really good was, to give, freedom of speech. Even when it comes to journalists, that there's freedom of speech. But in saying that, right?
So do you think the freedom of speech is being allowed to practice? Or they just like give us the green light through parliament that, yes, the defamation law has been abolished, journalists can write whatever they want to write? Because we've seen a couple of journalists being arrested.
Well, to be honest, in my view, right, what I would say is obviously I'm not there.
Yeah.
Right? And what I can say is also there is, the good side of that, and there is the bad side of that as well. There are, we have a lot of journalists, who actually does their work very, you know what I mean, professionally. While we have others, they'll actually misuse, you know what I mean, the freedom of speech. For example, you're a journalist, right? And I've never seen you, like, you know what I mean, coming on social media with your social media, you know what I mean, blogs and stuff like that. You've always, you know, put out an accurate, you know what I mean, information, because you make sure, you know what I mean, you always do your research, you know what I mean, accordingly before ever putting out any information on the media to share. But you have, you know what I mean, other, you know what I mean, journalists who don't, you know what I mean, well, allegedly, you know, do not do their research properly. Instead, you know, they will just write, you know what I mean, whatever they feel like, okay, this is what I'm going to write, even if it is not true. But they'll go on, you know what I mean, to write and then started sharing. And obviously, when you do, you know, stuff like that, wherein you go about writing, you know what I mean, stuff that is not true about certain people, even in Australia here, right? That's a deformation of character, right? So I don't know, like I said, I'm not there, but that could be, you know what I mean, one of the reasons again why those, you know what I mean, journalists have been arrested. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
So another comment from Bakari is, for us in the diaspora, when we try to tell them what is happening in the world at large and what is happening in Sierra Leone, that is why sometimes you just don't want to say. They will say it's because you are not in the country. That is why sometimes you just don't want to say anything about what is going on in Sierra Leone. Do you agree with?
I don't agree. You know why? Because, like I said again, it's freedom of speech, right? You can like, you know what I mean, speak up, but in a very constructive manner, right? And also just make sure that whatever is it that you're gonna speak on, it is accurate. It is not false, right? And make sure you don't use any, you know what I mean, abusive languages, because I think this is one of the issues that, you know, a lot of people are, you know what I mean, getting into. Because if you go on social media, right, instead of you speaking your truth about things that are happening in Sierra Leone that you feel like, you know what I mean, it's not right. If you go on social media, you know what I mean, and then you started, let me say, using abusive languages on the current, you know what I mean, government, there's going to be an issue.
I'll come to that because I will definitely touch on our own issue. But then let's round up this politics and entertainment first. So how can artists and politicians work together to foster a more developed and responsive entertainment industry in Sierra Leone? Our entertainment industry is in shambles. I would like to have people like DJ Big Up answering some questions because he spent a lot.
Yeah.
He has invested so much into the entertainment industry. But what do you think? How should our artists and politicians work together to foster a more developed and responsive industry rather than using it as a playground to advertise or promote their political will?
How I think, you know, our politicians and, you know, entertainment industry, you know what I mean, can work together, you know, to, let me say, build a peaceful, you know what I mean, cohesion among Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, even in the entertainment industry as well, is, which I think even the past, you know what I mean, the past, you know, president and his vice Roma, he tried, you know what I mean, in getting like all the entertainers, you know what I mean, together and, you know, speak with them and just try to build, you know what I mean, a peaceful cohesion amongst, you know, Sierra Leonean and even the entertainers as well. And also we come to our current, you know what I mean, president, who is
Madam.
He has done the same as well, because I remember when he came in, right? He got all of the entertainers together, you know what I mean? And wherein I'm pretty sure they were able to discuss, you know what I mean, about what they want in the entertainment industry. So for me, I feel like, you know, engaging with the entertainers, you know what I mean? And also trying to know what is it that they really need in the entertainment, you know, in the entertainment industry. It is very important. Because our entertainers, you know what I mean, have this platform wherein they can use their music, you know what I mean, to unite, you know what I mean, the citizens of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, the government should, you know what I mean, have a platform wherein they are able to get the entertainers together, you know what I mean, try to bring peace, which, like I said, they've tried in the past. And also, even if we can get, you know what I mean, because we only have like the Sierra Leone National Stadium.
Yeah, that's the only entertainment. The
Entertainment.
bigger space we can use or the Atsuga Stadium.
Yeah. So if they can help, you know what I mean? Like, let me say, getting a venue for entertainers wherein they can, you know what I mean, host their shows, you know what I mean, are very, you know, spacious and also very well built, you know what I mean? That will be, let me say, a step in getting, you know what I mean, the entertainers together. And also, and constantly, you know, we have the peace ambassador.
Yeah, who is LJ?
Yeah, you know, so I think that is his role, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me say,
do you think the peace ambassador is working properly in that office? Because the peace ambassador is always on social media.
Okay.
Okay. Take a deep breath.
You know what? To be honest, I feel like there's more work that needs to be done. You know what I mean? In his office, you know, yeah, that's what I would say.
I think the strategy to make him or giving him that appointment works well. Because ever since it took up that position, I haven't seen much in terms of youth, you know, fighting in the streets or, you know, doing some kind of things like will affect the day-to-day running of business in the country, shutting down of the country. I don't know, but
I think that could be because he is the, you know,
LJ is loved. He has fans who love him. They love him, just like Carl.
just like,
Yeah, so both of them have like great role to play in shaping the mindset of the youth in Sierra Leone. So that is why whenever you see issues on social media about any one of them, it gets into a point that, you know, it will even destroy more concept about entertainment. It will lead to different things.
yeah.
Now, if you look at the ladies' fest that happened for Stasi, there were a lot of issues. One cannot perform because the other wasn't there. That was what people alleged. There was other issues involving Famous. So you can tell that they have the power to control the mindset of the youth.
When it comes to Famous, right? My honest opinion, right? I don't feel like there's any need, you know what I mean, for him to actually get involved. And yeah, to be honest, because him getting involved is only gonna like create more, you know what I mean? Let me say issue in the entertainment industry. I think, you know, I feel like he should be there, you know what I mean? Trying to like bring peace.
But artists then get paddy them.
Well, it's too bad. You know what I mean? It's too bad.
All right.
It's not helping.
So do you believe it was beaten by Black Leo fans?
Who?
Famous.
I was not there.
She is a Black Leo fan.
If they do that, like if you know what I mean, that happened. Obviously, I like you know what I mean. I'm not celebrating that. I'm not supporting that. You know what I mean. But in saying that, I was not there.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And for me, what I say in some blogs, like I commented on some blogs, Famous hasn't come out.
Say, you know what I mean?
Publicly, this is what happened. I was beaten or I was sprayed with you know, some substance. But then the fans were flaming it. Like, you know, whenever there is issue between Cardinal and LJ, they will flame things.
Famous, to be honest, I would just excuse myself
That beef.
from that beefing.
But fine faces in the beef. And now Rap G and my own friend, Michael the Don, they've all joined the beef.
It's crazy.
All right, so let's come now to a very important issue because that's to do with women.
Okay.
With a particular woman who came for a show, a reality TV show, and got arrested. He was locked up and tried in the court of law. But thankful to God, she has been released a few days ago. And a lot of people pointed fingers or hands towards the first lady of the country, the president of the country, because they said there was a video which she made during the 2023 elections using abusive language against the presidency. And that was what led to her arrest and removal from the show. But then what do you think about that situation?
I'm going to speak my honest truth. Yeah. What I think about that.
And I'm talking about our own.
Yeah. And what I think about that whole situation is, first of all, right, like I've said a couple of times, we as Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, have this habits, you know what I mean, of disrespecting our leaders. And it is very wrong, you know, because even here in Australia, right, have you ever seen, you know, like any African, you know what I mean, publicly, you know, disrespecting, is it?
But they threw eggs on him the other time.
throw eggs on him. But have you ever, like amongst us Africans, have you ever seen any African, you know what I mean, on social media, like, you know, disrespecting our prime minister here?
No, really.
No. Right? So for me, you know, this is a habit that us as Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, needs to learn, you know what I mean, to stop. Because it is very, you know, disrespectful for you as a citizen expecting your, you know, your president, you know, on, you know what I mean, a public platform. For me, it is wrong. Okay, now, let me see the whole issue with, you know, Howard Hunt, right? Obviously, you know, the video was on social media and a lot of people, you know what I mean, saw the video, including me. I saw the video, right? Of Howard Hunt, you know, disrespecting the first family, right? And a lot of people, again, you know, were not happy with that, right? Was it right, you know, for Howard Hunt to do what she did? I'll say here, no. You know what I mean? It was not right because we shouldn't be disrespecting, you know, our leaders. Even if, you know what I mean, we don't like them, but we should respect them, okay? So her being, you know, arrested, right? The thing that I didn't like about the whole social media, you know what I mean, reaction was the fact that back then, you know, when Howard Hunt did, you know, her video, right? It was on social media. And a lot of people, you know what I mean, that we are on social media now pleading on behalf of, you know, Howard Hunt. We're actually the same people
That shared the video.
celebrating, you know what I mean, her while she was, you know, disrespecting the first family. And at the same time, you know, giving her thumbs up, right? They didn't, you know what I mean, come in social media to like criticize, you know what I mean, her behavior or neither to condemn her behavior, right? That, okay, look, what you are doing is not good. Don't do this. This is, you know what I mean, our president. This is our first lady. Don't disrespect them. You know what I mean? I didn't see that happening on social media. But then when she was arrested and all of a sudden, you see a lot of people, the same people that were actually celebrating her, were on social media now, you know, are pleading on her behalf. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, you know, claim that it was the first lady, you know what I mean? And the president that, you know, arrested her. But I don't know because I'm not there. I'm not, you know, part of the authorities, you know what I mean, in Sierra Leone. So I don't know. And even when, you know what I mean, people were pleading for Howard Hunt, you know what I mean, at first, you know, the first lady didn't say a word, right? And people started, you know what I mean, abusing her, you know what I mean, again, that, oh, you know, she's not saying anything because, you know, she's the one that arrested her, right? And then finally, I think just a day to Ramadan, right? The first lady came, you know, on social media and actually, you know, pleaded, you know, on behalf of Howard Hunt to be released. So again, when the first lady, you know, that did that video, I saw a lot of backlash again. Oh, you know, you even know, you know, when she started making videos of you, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Right? Okay. At first, she didn't say anything, and you guys were like, oh, you know, she was the one that arrested her. And when, you know, Howard Hunt, you know, was making those videos, you guys didn't, you know what I mean, criticize her or condemn her and tell her that what you are doing is wrong. But then the same person that, you know what I mean, she abused and insulted, you know what I mean, Facebook. And, you know, when this person actually came on the media to speak up about the emotional trauma that she went through due to the video that Howard Hunt made, and all of a sudden you started bashing at her again. For me, that was very unfair. And that's why I actually speak up. Because if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, what I don't want for myself, I don't want for the next person.
So let's talk about freedom of speech. A lot of people we are saying what she did was freedom of speech, and she shouldn't be arrested or even detained because of that, or even like you know they add to the host of the show House of Stars to remove her from the show. Do you think using abusive languages against leaders, against religious leaders, political leaders, or even ourselves as citizens is a form of freedom of speech?
For me, it's not a form of freedom of speech, right? Have people in Sierra Leone, you know what I mean, who are in politics, you know what I mean, who I can go on social media and started like, you know, abusing and, you know, started using abusive language on. Oh, you know what? I will not do it. Instead, I'll come on social media and, you know, say what I want to say constructively without using any abusive language. Okay? So for me, freedom of speech is not you using, you know, abusive language.
So how do you think we as youth or even ageable Sierra Leoneans or mid-age Sierra Leoneans, young people, how can we pass our message?
Okay.
to reach the presidency or people in the governance to understand our plight, that things is not working, what's going on in the country is affecting our lives, our economic situation, without using abusive language.
Okay, so we have most of those politicians on social media, right? Because it is very hard, obviously, to get through to them, personally, because we don't have their, phone numbers. We don't have, most of them, we don't have their email, address or whatever. So for me, the best way to get through to them without using abusive language, right? Go on social media. You can do a short video. You can write, on social media. And, make sure when you are sharing, your write-up or your video, tag them because they're on social media, right? Tag them on your video. Tag them on whatever is it that you have write, you know what I mean? When it comes to when it comes to things that, you are not happy with in the government, you know what I mean, in the current government, you can write on social media.
So do you think our politicians would take that seriously? Because for most of our, even the first lady has to say a word that people are using they are using it to hit at her back. The word, quote unquote, some of the cabinet ministers, they're not doing.
I am very disappointed, to be honest.
You think the message hit the cabinet ministers them and the people of the country because he say them not dog? Or if you be just come and say, we cabinet minister them, what they do not corner for the damn business, good. You think it will be reach them?
You know what? Yes, I think so. I don't think, abusive language, should be the means of, getting your information across. I don't think so.
Yeah, but Christo,
it is a current trending though.
Sierra Leone, we left the negative. I was saying to someone that in Sierra Leone, we even describe a beautiful lady like she's beautiful like a dog. Like look at a fine like dog. It was like dog. So does that mean that's what the first lady gets hypocrite?
Not saying anything that go against anyone, but obviously, was I disappointed? Yes, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I was on social media, you know what I mean, defending because of, how I did, how I hunt, you know what I mean, did. And to wake up, you know what I mean, the next morning, let me say, you know what I mean, to something like that from someone who, a majority of us Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, look up to. Obviously, I was very disappointed.
As the first
lady.
The first mama in the country.
Yes, I was disappointed.
I think personally she should come back and retract that statement.
I hope so.
Because people need to lead by example.
Yes.
And if she is using such words, then I could just wake up one morning, go to my social media
and do the same
and say all Sierra Leone politicians are.
And that is not actually setting a good example.
Yeah. And then because I'm an ordinary citizen, they will arrest me for saying that. Trust me, I will get arrested. Whether it is APC or SLPP, because we know our politicians, it might not come from Mother Bio as a person, but there will be one cabinet minister that doesn't like what I say and thinks they should take. I got locked up in 2016.
I'm so sorry.
By Sylvia Blyden. It wasn't my fault. The thing wasn't coming from me.
Oh my God.
I was the production manager for the radio I was working, and then there was children program I was producing every Sunday afternoon. So the kids came, but before that, Sylvia had this issue with the deputy minister, Nene, of welfare, Ministry of Children, Social Welfare and all. And they were having issues back and forth, abusing each other. Then the children took side because the children are under their ministry. And then the children went to my show. Unfortunately, after I produced the show, I went to sleep in the studio room. And they were presenting their show, I was sleeping. So they said things that didn't come from me, something that they didn't even produce. And then Sylvia picked it up. She recorded it. She sent it to my boss at the radio. She said, I was the one who produced the show and, tell them what to say. I couldn't remove myself from that situation. The whole situation was wrapped over me and it was very difficult. So politicians would take issues, very, very difficult for them to understand what's going on and just wrap you within it.
Yeah.
And at that time, you know what she did? She get the radio station to suspend me without salary, without investigation, and then asked that they fire me. But then the radio didn't do that. So I was home and one night, who called Sylvia? she called through one of the boys that the boy should take me to her office by 2 a.m. at New England Villa, at the ministry office, so I could apologize and then we settle things. So that's what our politicians are like. That's what they are like. When they are in power, they don't think like us. I want to change things. I want to bring difference in Sierra Leone. That's a big lie. As soon as they are in power, they think differently. It's all about themselves, their families, and people around them. So that's the point. But my issue with freedom of speech in Sierra Leone is that it touches those that it doesn't supposed to touch. And for me, I don't think abusive language should be a form of passing our messages. Like you said earlier, I accepted that I could come here, open my studio, this election, man, I don't go win them because this happened, but I will never abuse, even if I don't like Mada or Samura Kamara, because I don't know where that would take me. What will happen next in my life?
The thing is, it's not even a good thing, right? Be, you know what I mean, on social media disrespecting. Okay, let's leave this out of politics, right? Well, I believe that anyone that's older than you, you know what I mean, even if not older than you, we should learn to respect, each other, regardless, you know what I mean, of the age, of, or one status, you know what I mean. We should learn to respect each other. Because the only way, we can live, in a peaceful in harmony is when we learn to, be tolerant to each other, respect each other.
Yeah. All right. So Lamin Talker is saying, dear sisters, I appreciate your valuable insights on our entertainment industry. Unfortunately, our leaders face challenges in uniting our artists, often due to poor decision making in key appointments rather than selecting individual based on merit. Positions are frequently filled for political reasons, further polarizing our already divided country. A prime example is the role of entertainment ambassador. Someone like Jimmy B, with his experience and contributions to the industry, would be an ideal candidate. Instead, we see individuals who stir controversy and division through their public outburst. This is just one symptom of a broader issue plaguing our society. Politics has become a destructive force causing harm to our social fabric. Hope we can find a way to address these challenges and heal our divided nation. That's from Lamin Talker. Lamin Talker, good day. I never call you for athletics because they never treat them, but they are not for treat them. And they bring it at the studio. Yeah. So what do you think about that?
What I think about that is obviously the president is the president, and he chooses, you know what I mean, to appoint whosoever, he thinks, that is right for the position. So for me, I really don't have much to say. I'm not gonna disagree with his, appointment. I mean, he is obviously in charge.
So that was when that appointment came out. A lot of people were thinking someone like Jimmy B or what's the name of DJ Lulu's ex, Besaphonics could have been a better choice compared to Caldinero.
I'll say for me, Caldinero, you know what I mean, is the right choice.
Are you saying that because you're black?
I'm not saying that because I'm a black here. I'm saying that because, Caldinero has been in the industry for more than 2 decades. And he's still, you know what I mean, on top of his game. Yeah. His craft. I mean, like how many, when it comes to last year and this year, Caldinero has been, releasing hits, you know what I mean, from hits. So tell me, who else, have been doing that?
But again, another question is, do you think the entertainment ambassador should be an active artist? Can we have someone who is not actively into the industry, but has been an artist, but not actively singing?
For me, I don't see anything wrong with him being an active artist and also him being the, entertainment ambassador. I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah. Of course, he's a Sierra Leonean and he has the right to take a position. But that was the opinion of many Sierra Leonean. Yeah. People were even mentioning names like the late Steady Bongo, even Big Joe in America. His name was mentioned at that time that they those top 4 should be in the lead for such positions.
Like we say, everyone have, a right to their opinion. But for me personally, I don't have any issues with Cal being the entertainment, ambassador. That's just my honest truth.
All right. So Bakari again is saying both the SLPP and APC, regardless of who is in power, they are abusing their power because they have the absolute right to detain or punish anyone that is state capture.
You know what? Who is that person?
Abu Bakar.
He's very good.
Yeah, he's a volleyball player.
Okay, he's very good because, his views, you know what I mean? We are no bias. This is the type of people that I would like to, you know what I mean, engage with when it comes to, speaking about politics or other things, in Sierra Leone. But it's very hard to see, you know what I mean, people who are not biased, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, Bakar, that's kudos for you. Ibizola say a lot of Sierra Leonean don't know either the meaning of freedom of speech.
Well, I'll only speak for myself.
I'm sure you know this.
No, yeah, that's my bro. That's my bro. But he's right though. You know what I mean? A lot of Sierra Leoneans don't really know the difference between freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Because I think most of them are actually misusing what the meaning, of freedom of speech is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's look in a broader, because we are rounding up soon.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you for so long. What are you expecting to see in the next few months in the entertainment industry?
Here or in Africa?
In Africa, when I'm ready for here, I'll be ready, because here is super dirty.
Okay. All right. For Africa, obviously in the next, you mean few months?
Yeah.
What I hope to see, for Africa in the next, Sierra Leone, you know what I mean? In the next few months is to see, an industry wherein people are willing, you know what I mean, to work with the entertainment, ambassador. Because, like at the end of the day, he is, you know what I mean, the ambassador.
You're a real black. But you even wear black top to come to this. Who are you looking at me like? I said, oh, cow, let me talk to you now. You know what I mean? Your fan is here in the studio, full black Leo, so she need the uniform. You know that sweater, the sweater you launch at the Star Zero Ladies Fest. I think we need 2 of those in Australia.
I think people need to differentiate, you know what I mean? Teamwork, and personal, you know what I mean? Because even here, right? You work in the office, I work in the office, right? Just an example. You have people, at work that you don't get along with, right? But at the end of the day, you are all there, you know what I mean, for a mutual, goal. And that is to get the work done.
Yeah.
So for me, what I would, you know what I mean, want to see in the next, couple of months in the Sierra Leone, entertainment industry is to see all the artists, you know what I mean, recognize, Cow as the entertainment, ambassador.
So you think not being recognized by every artist is a problem we have?
It's a problem.
And the lack of respect.
Lack of respect.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of disrespect around Cow's office.
It's not nice.
But do you think he also has the attributes to be Cow, to be the entertainment?
Yes. It's very hard, you know what I mean, to work. You know what I mean? If you don't have the support of those that you are supposed to work with, it's very hard to get the work done. So for me personally, this is what Cow is experiencing right now.
And do you think for our entertainment to improve, Cow Dinero is the key player as an ambassador, or we don't need Cow for the entertainment industry to grow?
We need Cow for the entertainment industry to grow, because he's been in the, game for more than 2 decades. So he knows exactly how the industry grow. So we need him.
Okay.
And at the same time, we need everyone on board.
Okay.
To get the work done. Because him alone, he's not going to be able to, you know what I mean, get the work done. He needs the full support from other entertainers as well.
All right. So in Australia, I know you are so much into entertainment as well. Yeah. What should we expect from your brand? You're part of a brand that organized one of the biggest gala last year, or gala. Yeah. So tell us, what should we expect from Sierra Investment? So
this year, it's even going to be bigger and better than last year. This year, we're going to see a lot of, you know what I mean, new faces. Because from our last show, we actually gained a lot of fan base, wherein people will come up to us. They'll be like, are you guys Sierra Leoneans? Was that event, really done by Sierra Leoneans? And we're like, yeah, because a lot of people don't believe that Sierra Leoneans, you know what I mean, can actually put up a show, like that. It was classy, you know what I mean? It was well done. So this year, it's going to be even bigger and better. Yeah.
Okay, so same month, same time?
Same month. The date is going to be a little different. Okay. Because, last year we did it on a Friday. So this year is actually going to be on a Saturday.
No worries. Sierra Leoneans would like to party.
We work hard, so we need to, you know what I mean?
Right. So, as we're rounding up now, what will be your roundup statement to the entertainment industry in Sierra Leone?
My roundup statement to the entertainment
and to the fans as well
in Sierra Leone is forget about, you know what I mean, party A, party B. Come together because we only have one Sierra Leone, you know what I mean? And if we don't come together and work together, we are never going to be able to reach, you know what I mean, like the stage of, you know what I mean, Wizkid, Davido, you know what I mean? They're only, you know what I mean, where they are today because of the support that they get from, you know what I mean, other artists from their country and even the citizens, you know what I mean, from their country. So if, you know, us as Sierra Leoneans want our artists, you know what I mean, to be on such, you know what I mean, stage, the entertainment, you know what I mean, industry, the artists and us, you know, as ordinary citizens have to be on board, you know, and support who, you know what I mean, our entertainment ambassador is to get the work done. For me, that's the message that I have. Together, we can deliver. But if we are going to, you know what I mean, be divided, it's going to be very hard, you know, to deliver.
Yeah, and the peace ambassador also, like, have a role to play.
Sure.
Because, like I said earlier, LA is loved by his fans. They are very loyal to him.
How as well.
Yeah, so you won't get an LA fan that will not, you know, like, they will stood their grounds.
Of course.
No matter what happened. LA is very lucky in the industry for me because there are things he will do and get away with it. That's my genuine opinion, not as a fan, but that's my genuine opinion.
This is where, you know, the biasness, you know what I mean, comes from again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, Carl has been treated, you know, very unfairly. You know what I mean? Yes.
So Carl is being treated unfairly from the first point of view, but from the government point of view, LA has suffered more because of his mouth.
Well, just like you said.
Because LA is always speaking up. Is this lady a musician or she's part of the entertainment industry? If so, which category? That's from Bakar. She's not a musician, but she's very much into entertainment. All right. Okay. All right, thank you, Christo, for joining us today. Do you have any other thing you want to say before we go?
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to MB. Yes. And yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. It is a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. And yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. And this is how we'll be coming to you every Sunday. And we're sorry for coming a bit late today due to some technical reasons, but we'll keep on fixing that.
And I'd also like to give a shout out to my bro, Vaswal.
Yes, Vaswal. Vaswal.
And also, I'm sorry, I'll give a shout out to my sisters, Christiana, Evelyn, my other sisters, you know, Mary Mata, yeah, everyone.
Okay, so that's it. And thanks to my engineer in the studio, Boxer Masha, for helping me producing this today. And to all those who watch us this afternoon, thank you and keep sharing the live and supporting the brand. We're going to be bigger. You know, very soon I'll launch my website because I'm a media person. So I think that's where my talent is. That's what I like to do. That's why you see me smile when I'm doing my work, because I know that's what I like to do. So all I need is support from you guys out there. I'll see you next Sunday, but keep following my pages, Max Tribune Sport and Marlin Sugar Corner, for more updates on news coming from Sierra Leone and across the world. Until then, have a blessed Sunday and weekend.